In a world of noise, we choose clarity.
Go to the oppressed. Go to the downtrodden. Go to the exploited. Go to the people who don't know who they are. Who are lost and knowledge of themselves, and who are strangers in a land that is not theirs. Go to those people. Go to the slaves. Go to the second-class citizens. Go to the ones who are suffering the brunt of Caesar's brutality. And if Jesus were here in America today, he wouldn't be going to the white man. The white man is the oppressor. He would be going to the oppressed. He would be going to the humble. He would be going to the lowly. He would be going to the rejected and the despised. He would be going to the so-called American Negro.
Basically, we're poor righteous teachers. And we strive to civilize people that don't have no knowledge of themselves. If a person is living a life of wickedness or doing evil,
in a world
it's
of
our duty to civilize people as fathers
choose clarity.
Strive to educate them, to put them on the proper path.
In a world of noise,
sin, bondage, come on, getting kicked around in life and taken advantage of, to another place, a good place, a land that flows with milk and honey. How many of y'all think that sounds like a better deal? I'll take milk and honey over bondage and beatings any day of the week.
Why do it have to be like this? Why is it like that? Why do it have to be like this? Why is it like that? Why do it have to be like this? I don't have time for the misery. Why is it like that? Why do it have to be like this? Why is it like that? Why do it have to be like this? Why is it like that? Why do it have to be like this? I don't have time for the misery.
That man was wicked.
Hey yo, Quinn, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Listen up.
Would you be peace if your daughter came home with a man 30 years older than him?
No.
This guy.
Absolutely not.
All right. Okay.
Absolutely not. Me and that man gotta have a conversation. Me and that man gotta have a conversation. I'm not even talking to my daughter about it, and he ain't coming back after me and him talk.
Okay. And why is that? I just want to get some context.
Because he's a predator, whether she knows it or not. Whether he knows it or not. You're a predator, and you need help. This is the way age grouping works, right? When you go to the doctor, it says 25 to 35, 35 to 45, 45 to 50. It's not a 10-year time frame that they put those age groups in. They got boxes that we check. So you don't get to pick how young you feel and say these are your peers. They're not.
Right. I agree. I'm sorry, son. I agree. I think, you need to fix it your own. Come on, 20, 30 years. Come on, nigga. Then that means when you was 18, you was looking at 8-year-olds.
The father was cool with him dating his daughter.
And the father's a predator too.
Right, because he said the father's wife was 20 years younger than him.
See me? There's only that could make that all right. There's only that could make that all right. And now let's talk about it, right? For real, let's really talk about it. Because I'm Jamaican. All of that age different shit is deep in my culture. And it doesn't mean that what I'm saying about them being predatory for these younger women, it doesn't mean that they're not going to be able to treat her good and blah, blah, blah. All of that's subjective. That's not the conversation. The conversation isn't whether or not they treat them well. It's not whether or not would a man her age be able to provide what this elder man is. But there's so many arguments that is presented when it comes to it being okay for them to do what they're doing.
And it's in the conversation too. We spoken about this also. And when we was growing up as teenagers, and we were watching all these high school movies, we thinking that the girls and all that is our age, is 14 and 15-year-olds, but actually the girls, don't say it was grown women.
Or
Disney
vice
Channel,
versa.
right?
Little girls pretending to be grown women, but never the age depicted.
How they push on us the girls in school, girls uniforms, Catholic school uniforms is sexy. How it was acceptable for Brooke Shields to be
Look at Netflix right now. All of the popular shows are high school centered. Euphoria, motherfucker, or even the ones out of Africa. Everybody's in a goddamn uniform. We watching little kids fuck all day. These is not even 20-year-olds. They between the age of 17 to 19. That's the age being depicted. They on their way to college every fucking program. And they hoping. And we watching. The whole bumble cloud world.
So it's a lifestyle that's push. It's a culture that push even the modeling industry. That's one. I thought the modeling industry would have been rocked harder than it was. It got away with a lot during that Me Too movement era and all that, and it's still getting away with it because a lot of them girls are done on those magazine covers, which was girls and not women. But at the same time, you had men back then, like, I'm just throwing out a name. I'm not saying that they did it. Like Robert De Niro or whatever would be dating a girl, and it's a young girl.
And has been sensationalized about the fact that he only dates women that are black and younger than him.
Tyson dating Naomi Campbell. You know what I'm saying? I heard she was like 16 when he was dating her. You know what I'm saying? But she was on the front of magazine covers dressed as a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's always been a part of the culture. Men sitting there for hours judging little girls in bathing suits. You know what I'm saying? For all these beauty pageants
but then this is
all this type of stuff.
Sword, right? Because I'm a woman. And I'm a woman, right? So this is the other part of it. What gives you the right to say the way that she was dressed at that age, stage, and point in time makes her a woman versus a girl?
Because I didn't know. I honestly didn't know.
But don't forget what I'm explaining to you. The arguments that are being had by women that allow us the space for this to even occur is my body, my right. If I wanna skin out on a magazine at 17, my body, my right.
But is it your right if it's a man that's designing it and taking the pictures and doing the covers and saying pose like this and do this?
To tell. At what point do I have a voice to say this is something I want to do or enjoy?
And just because he takes part in that don't mean, okay, well I can go come at her because she's taking pictures. That don't mean I can come and say, all right, well I can date her and it be all right. And I'm 20 years older than her because she's taking pictures like a grown woman. Fuck that. Nah, God. The objective is to leave them in the way that they should go. So if a young girl come at a nigga and say, oh, I want to be with you, be like, nah, listen here, shorty. Slow down. Hit your brake. Get with somebody your age, ball with them and build with them. And start, that's what the conversation is supposed to be like. It's not, because anything other than that is taking advantage. It's manipulated. It's an indirect manipulation.
Manipulative and yes, it's manipulative and beneficial.
I'm saying, see, the point that I'm making though, right? This being pushed as a role, like, I didn't understand, I'm saying, later on in life, until I was 23, 24, that the actual woman on the model magazine cover doesn't actually have to be a woman. It was a teenager, you know what I'm saying, or younger.
But outside of that, that's just like being, this is generational. That's like giving them the excuse of AI. I didn't know it was AI, man. It don't make a difference.
I still feel, you know what I'm saying, it's being pushed. It was being pushed at that time. It's something that a lot of people didn't realize Brooke Shields was a thing. I didn't realize, you know what I'm saying, I was just a young teenage boy. I didn't realize Brooke Shields was I wasn't looking at her as my age, or it wasn't being pushed as she was a teenager. It was being pushed that she was a woman, a grown woman. Yeah.
The same thing happened. The same exact thing happened to the men. The 90s was disgusting and deplorable.
Did you do? Now Cypher God, I let that savage God, live. Did you do? Now Cypher God, I let that savage God, live. Did you do? Now Cypher God, I let that savage live. Did you do? Now Cypher God, I let the savage live.
Like, even biblical days is like, back in biblical days, those dudes are supposed to live for hundreds of years, and they constantly had new wives and young, fresh punani. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, so, well, yeah, just doing knowledge to Isaac, but that's for European. Way of doing things like Isaac, he was over 30. We pretty much have morally, challenges. Them motherfuckers is different. Because Isaac was old men, and DR, it's the culture over there. Young women, they don't argue, they don't look down upon that. However, I just see the old white men going over there sleeping with these young girls, and the shit just seems weird to me. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, and that, like I said, only because, I guess it's me. I can't, I don't want to force my way on nobody else. However, it's like, you have to draw, I have to draw a line to where it make moral sense. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm 53, I can't date nobody that, you know, like I say, you know, my daughter's age or, you know.
Well, let's not say date, right? Let's just say maybe a sexual situation came up, right?
Right.
And it could even be one of those DR situations you were talking about. Like if you were someplace and it was just strictly sexual and it was just for a moment, and a hot 19-year-old with a body that made your heart break already, was offering, was just giving you the goodies like, it's all good. This is all. You would refuse it.
I would refuse it. And you know what? I'm gonna go as far as to tell you this. Like the team I was over there with, right? I even laid the law down with them. Like I was like, yo, I better not catch nobody over here, you know, messing with a girl that even though it's acceptable over here, that don't make it right in my mind. Like, you know, that's
so
just
what was that? What?
Yo, I mean, like,
too young.
Anything that was over 10 years, right? You know what I mean? So if they were,
so you were talking about the gap in ages, not a particular age.
Well, I was talking about all of it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you had some girls over there that was 15, looked like they was 25. You know what I mean? You know, my thing was, just because she looked 25, don't make it all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, you deal with somebody within the age group, because I look at it as feeling innocent. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a culture over there because they got to find a way to make money. You know what I mean? So you have some parents that will bring their daughter to you. You know what I mean?
I know that's right. So that's the situation. So you in a situation with a young lady who's claiming to be older than she is, right? Thanks a lot.
Well, that's part of it.
Yeah, she's claiming to be older than she is, right? And I mean, like, if you're 53 and she's claiming to be 25, then she's of a legal age to have sex as an adult. But at the same time, you know, at the same time, the age gap that you're talking about, that age gap is more than 10 years.
Right.
You know, so like,
and I wouldn't deal with that, me personally, because she's younger than my daughter. So
Wait, hold on. Supreme, I got a clown for a second, bro. So wait, you gonna go on a freak off to DR and deal with a bunch of old DR ladies like they gotta be 40 and up, bro. Now I'm only dealing with these DR ladies that's 40 and up, bro. They gotta be having some sagging ass titties, and they gotta have them stretch marks, or I'm not fucking them. I'm not dealing with no young things.
Yo, that's just according to my moral construct. It's just.
I get it, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I get it, and I respect that. So, you know, but I am still clowning, you know, because
I see.
Yeah. So, you know, so that whole area is very questionable moral ground, like from top to bottom. I mean, like and not in this situation, because how about this? Let's turn it around like this, right? Like what would your reaction be if your daughter, who's 30, was to come with you one day and I don't even say this part, but you know, I'm feeling this dude and he older than you.
I mean, due to the fact that she's grown, there wouldn't be nothing I could do about that, because she's grown, you know what I mean? And she's gonna, you know, she's gonna walk it off as she sees fit for herself. But I'll let her know I don't like it. If she brings it to me, I just, I don't like that. Like, if, you know, somebody that's older than me dating her, I'd be like, nah, because I think, you know, to experience life, you know, it's lessons in a bond that's close in age where, you know, where they learn it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind an older guy, not 20 and 30 years older. I would prefer somebody in the same generation, you know, as her, you know, maybe got about 3 years, 4 years or something. Yeah. That's not bad. You know what I mean? What you laughing at, God?
Yeah, I mean, when you said generation, you made me think, you know what I'm saying?
like dude with record players that wind up, and the girl is with like MP3 players. I just saw the contrast. It was funny.
Oh.
But,
Nah, I mean,
well,
that's just my see on it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she's 30. If she come to me with somebody older than me, it's nothing I can do about it because, you know, it's her life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But however, that don't mean I have to like it. It's
So-
just, you know what I mean? But you know.
But your attitude towards that gentleman would be like negative. Like if you interacted, if it was part,
I have a hard time
He
embracing
probably
it.
trying to take his head off.
No. I wouldn't go that far, you know, but I
Yeah.
will have a hard time embracing it. I will.
yeah, I get it. Even with a conversation, you speaking to an elder. That's that's
Shit,
tapping
if
out
he
your
older
daughter.
than me, he'd be mild. Like, so, if he older than me, that's some weird shit. If he older
sure.
than me, like, he's mild. So,
For sure,
my
for
daughter
sure.
is taking a senior of me. You see what I'm saying? I have a hard time embracing that, dog. I
For sure,
have
but you actually been in that situation though.
huh?
I remember you one time telling me about a story about you been in that situation.
Who?
Me.
Yeah.
You got call names, bro, because it's two.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean Danielle, her dad is younger than me. You know Danielle in Jersey.
yeah.
Her dad is younger than me.
And
But
what did her pop say?
for some reason he's cool. I mean me and him kick it sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And for some reason he's cool with it. Maybe because her mother is like about maybe 20 years younger than him. Maybe.
Okay.
So he exercised the same culture
Yeah, so,
in that regard.
yeah, so, but let's just in honor of this whole age difference situation, let's bring up my favorite story about the age gap, which is Anna Nicole Smith. Y'all remember Anna Nicole Smith?
Yeah.
And she was fine as hell, bro. I was thinking that was a fine ass white girl. Man, that white girl was so fine, bro. And
That man
she
was
was,
with that.
yeah, and she was with this guy. He was like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, like Al Pacino.
Yeah, he just had a baby with a 24-year-old, and he 80-something.
My
he can't
hero.
walk in a straight line.
But my thing
Al
is,
my
God,
hero, bro. Al is the
but in his
poster
mind,
boy for the age gap difference.
yeah, but she could be his great granddaughter. That shit is
That's
bananas,
crazy.
you know. And you know, like I said, it's just me. Everybody got their way to do they, walk it off. You know, I just, some of us is yay, some of us is nay. It's like, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
But what? Like I know when cause I've dated women younger than me. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that turned me off and now I can't do it no more is conversation wise and things to talk about and things that interest them and things that interest me. You don't find that weird sometimes? Like you and your
Like, her
woman,
mind can't equalize the magnetic for your
about a
mind.
lot of things.
Okay. So let's talk about Danielle again, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when we first linked up, it was supposed to be like on some sugar baby shit. It was like supposed to be like, I'll help you out. You will be friends with benefits. I'll help you out financially, and you help me out sexually at first, right? That was the introduction, and then who knows, bro? That shit just grew into a friendship. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like, okay, let's talk about food. We like the same kind of food. You know what I'm saying? She like to cook, I like to cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, I introduced her to some old music from Gil Sky Heron, and she introduced me to some new music from what is the guy NBA Youngboy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could shake your head, but I thought the music was fly.
For some reason in my head, before you said it, I said the name. But go ahead.
Yeah,
But I don't. You listen to NBA Youngboy, like you understand what the hell he's saying and all that
but
shit.
I mean, I don't. The shit was fly to me, man. It was like some new kind of music. The dude was smooth. He had some swag with his thing. I wasn't really the words and all of that. I mean, I don't really listen to that music. I'm pretty sure she ain't gonna go nowhere by herself and just all of a sudden pop in some Gil Scott Heron, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I was playing it, she was vibing, and when she was playing that, huh?
So I'm saying, do y'all like talk about Iran and talk about world politics? Like, can you have the same like deep conversations you could have with someone that was your age?
But hey, here's the deal,
You don't
man.
talk about baddies and type shit like that.
But here's the deal. Someone my age or someone not my age, we ain't gonna be talking about we ain't gonna be talking about the world. You know what I'm saying? I think the world is not a conversation I would even have with you brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because what can you do about the world? I think that's not a conversation I would have with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm
just using that as an example. I'm just saying, do y'all like?
Okay, so here's a
adult,
conversation.
like, conversations, like, do y'all talk about adult
Okay.
things?
So here's a
Or do y'all, like,
conversation.
and talk about Pookie
Nah, here's a
saying?
conversation we had. We talked about physical health and mental health, and like things to do to improve physical health and mental health. You know what I'm saying? And she's core my job, and you know I take care of people that have developmental disability, and she was very into that, you know what I'm saying? And they had big conversations. She had conversation with them, you know, and they was like, oh, when is that girl gonna call back? Because they loved it, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's like so as far as like certain, and that to me that's way more important, you know, than any kind of trying to world decision or world conversation. I like to know that, you know, you have a heart, you know what I'm saying? To me, like, even if you can't speak, I like to know that you have a heart and you got a certain kind of attitude and a certain kind of like positivity and certain energy about you. You like to laugh. That's very like relaxing and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Now you already know me, son. I'm a clown, especially when I get like you put a little bit of that liquid heat in me, that liquid gold up in there. Put some liquid gold.
Yo, so would you go with her to the
Nah,
club?
but I'm saying, huh?
Would you go with her to the club?
No. That one, like we did that one time, you know what I'm saying? And it didn't really work, but she dressed up, I'm dressed up, but like I feel like a fish out of water at the club, and then she can't really get down and get freaky and dance with the dudes as she wanted to, you know what I'm saying? That was
Right.
awkward. I wasn't down with that, but I tell you what we did do.
The age
We
difference
did
was
go to this
real
place.
right there.
We did go to this place and we got some vegetarian pesto lasagna. You know what I'm saying? And goddamn, that shit was good as hell. That shit was good as hell, bro. That shit even got me to this day off of that. I'm still like, yo, when's the next time I eat some pesto lasagna? I gotta go hang out with her again and do that. Cause we both was like, Jesus Christ, this is good as the hell. So, you know, it's like moments like that. You know, moments like that, sometimes they can ease your spirit, bro. You know, regardless of your age. If you with somebody that you feel comfortable with, then y'all can laugh and have a good time and just go out someplace. Not the awkward shit like the club. That was me out of my element. Her bringing me into some other element that was not working. That wouldn't work, really. And, you know, that might better work at a reggae club or some shit where there's that kind of age difference going on, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was a young, huh?
No, I said so the age difference was revealed, right? You couldn't get on that page with her. But now, if you'd have been in the club with a woman your age, do you think it would have worked?
So,
it would've like a fish out of water, right?
Yeah. I mean, we ain't go to a club the first time we met. We ain't go to a club till we was actually like, okay, so we were dating then. You know, is that even that shit had me like a little bit uncomfortable to say that shit. Let's say we were close friends, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we were constantly with each other, you know, it was a regular thing by then, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we didn't even go out or attempt to go out to the club before then. Before then it was just come to the crib, let's get lit, let's smash, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get you home in the morning, blase blah, call it a day. But then from that, then okay, let's go for a walk. Let's walk the dog in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Let's walk for like a mile in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So now that's the thing. It's like, oh, the next time we hang out, we gotta go take that dog out for the walk. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even then the sex is like part of it, yeah, but then it's now, let's take that dog for a walk, cause that was fun as hell, you know what I'm saying? Then it was like, okay, so then it's like, okay, so now you ever try this shit? Maybe we can go try it someplace. Alright, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, it was like, it didn't start as like, I wanna go out with no young girl. It started with like, I just wanted like sex with a young girl, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, even like older women, alright, here's my thing with older women, and I'm not gonna knock no older women. Some older women are really healed and stuff like that, but blame it on the brothers, man. A lot of these older women are so like wounded and hurt that you, even going in, there's an expectation of you to be different than the rest, and it leaves your margin of error to be a human very narrow, and a lot of these women don't get the joke, you know what I'm saying? They don't just get the joke. It's rare that I find like a woman my age, you know, they get really possessive really fast, and then they always thinking about like, okay, what's next? What are we gonna do next? You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna get married? Is it gonna be a next step in this relationship? It's always like some next stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Right, so do you have a limit? Like, in other words, if Shorty was 15 and you felt the same way about her, you still would get with her?
But the thing is that that's getting uncomfortably close to my daughter's age now. It's like, I don't want that to me, it's like even 25. It's like I'm not even really looking for a 25-year-old. You know what I'm saying? It's like it might happen on the way it happened on that time, which is like a hookup. Which is like, you know, maybe on social media it'd be like, yo, shorty. Maybe that could be like, yo, shorty, you down for a little sugar daddy action, you know what I'm saying? Friends with benefits, meet you up, you hit me up. That might be a conversation with a 25-year-old. I might start a conversation like that with a 25-year-old, which is pretty young, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like, not a youngin' like a 19-year-old girl that's like, obviously going to college and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it ain't that far of a difference, but yeah, I think like if I don't have like an age gap thing, that my age gap would be like whatever age is like 20, like 25, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I would say that it'd be rare to even want to get down with like a 21-year-old at this point, you know what I'm saying? And it'd be rare for a 21-year-old to want to get down with a gray beard, you know what I'm saying? But go up a couple years, like 28, 25, 26, those age type girls, they've had a sugar daddy or two in their life, you know what I'm saying? They like that vibing with them older dudes, because they know it could be mutually beneficial, you know what I'm saying?
So you're a sugar daddy.
Huh?
So you're a sugar daddy.
Well, like I said, that's how it started, but then it became a friendship, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now you're not coming over because you want like $100, you know what I'm saying? You're coming over because we gonna eat dinner and go out in the morning. And you're not asking for $100. Matter of fact, you coming with a bottle of Don. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Them things, sometimes things change up, you know?
Okay.
I mean, the same young lady that I was snagging, like, I was thinking, yeah, my $150, give me some of this young pussy. Now she's bringing like some high quality liquor, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
and the lamb. And all she want me to do is cook the lamb, cause she like how I cook, you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying, bro, but like, how does that work from the get-go? Do you offer that, or do they ask for that, or is that something they already know that is going down once you DM them or speak to them or whatever?
Well, like I said, that's how I would That's how I would talk to a young girl. You know what I'm saying? An older woman, I would talk to like, maybe we can go out sometime, or you know, maybe we can go out sometime. You know?
Yeah.
A younger woman, I would more be like, if I'm attracted like that, I'd be like, yo, would you be interested in a little sugar daddy action, man? You know the conversation. Don't judge it, but you know, just a brother being honest.
I'm not judging it. You know what I'm saying? We all do it in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Even if you offer money, some people offer money. Some people say let's go to dinner. Some people say let's go to the movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All pay for play. You know what I'm saying? In some way, especially on the capitalistic system, the main thing is about money in this world. So I get it. I just wanted to know, like, is it like the start of the conversation? Like, I got $150 for you. You know what I'm saying? But you say you started off like, let me be your sugar daddy.
Yeah, then it's like, okay, if the conversation comes back like, you know what, I'm down with that. You know, I'm down with that. If you down with that, then the negotiation starts. What sounds fair to you? You know, what sounds fair to you? Like, what we do? Every time you come check me, I hit you with 100, 150, or some girls, they be like, yo, hit me with 500. And then be like, hey, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not that much of a sugar daddy. I'm like, a little broke. I'm a broker sugar daddy. You want that next tier up. You're the next tier up of sugar daddy. Cause this girl told me that this dude used to give her a couple of $100 and didn't even want to have sex with her.
Damn, some Diddy shit.
Yeah, so it was like, he was like, and I was like, I hope you don't think that that's how this thing,
Yeah.
I don't want that right there. That's not the kind of, you gotta be out them clothes with that fat ass, girl. It's like that, you know what I'm saying?
Right, so you don't really have concern or interest in them bonding with somebody, growing a family, and you know.
Well, I mean, at this point, man, that's the kind of thing would have to be like a flash of lightning from God, because I've been there and I've done that. You know what I'm saying?
Now I'm talking about for them, like your concern and want for them as young girls to you know bond with somebody within their age group, you know, where they can get married and have children. Because think about it, you 30 some years older than this chick. Surely you can't be thinking about marriage and shit like that, because you don't get to turn 50 on the back end that you get on the front end. You feel me?
Not at all. But then at that point, I'm not interested in that. If they would call that a secular life, I'm not interested in that at all. Like,
so you wouldn't want her to have
I would have to reverse that question back on both of y'all. That's my answers. Like, no, bro, I'm not thinking about, like, to me, it's like, to me looking to get married or looking for a woman to marry at this point, it's like throwing diamonds to swine, bro. It's like, why waste your time like that? You know what I mean? Be impressed with a queen that comes from nowhere, because, you know, I mean, like, to me, like, at least 30-35% of most natural people, normal people, not even the people that put on the extra makeup and shit like that. At least 35% of their everyday natural behavior is not exactly who they are. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit of that, you know, which queen lives out loud is herself and wins your interest like that. To me, that's like, I mean, how many women, even like that you know around you, inspire you like that? You know what I'm saying? How many women around you inspire you like that? Like, how many women, okay, even as artists, or like, you know what I'm saying? You must go to shows, and you must know females that do, you know, behind the scenes stuff, fashion, you know what I'm saying? How many women do you guys know that inspire you to be like, yo, you know what? I wanna pursue this one and have a family with her. I mean, are you in a relationship? Are you in a relationship, Supreme? And is either one of y'all?
not really.
Yeah.
So you're in something is.
Yeah.
So is that like now that's where your heart lies, that's your family, that's what you are pursuing from that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, including with other things. You know what I'm saying? But that's definitely my family. You know what I'm saying? I want them to, or everybody to strive, and you know, we all have children, so I guess that's another part of life. That's just you know.
Yeah.
So Sean, you wouldn't mind if your daughter was in the same situation, and like as she grow up through the years, if she comes home to you with somebody that's 30, 40 years older than her, you'll be peace with that.
Well, I wouldn't. The thing is I wouldn't actually. I don't think I would be in a place of mind, bro, because I know that the life we live. I mean, moment by moment, situations change fast, or situations stay. You know what I'm saying? It's like I wouldn't want her to be with somebody that's abusive. I wouldn't want her to be with somebody that ill treats her, or somebody that, you know, makes her not feel like a queen, and somebody that would put their hands on her and stuff like that. That kind of stuff. No, hell the fuck no. As a matter of fact, if you with somebody like that, let me be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a part. I'm gonna be a part of that. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, so you would be peace if she came home with somebody 30 years older than 35 years older.
Other than that, man, I just feel like these young women, they're gonna learn. They're learning, man. They're gonna do their thing. They're gonna learn. I mean, if she tells me about it, you know, I'm gonna be like you. I don't think that, you know, based on my own experiences, I don't think that's a good idea, because it's not really going to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on,
and it usually doesn't. But at the same time, it's like, hey man, you living, you learning. That's your life. I just don't want nobody that's gonna be violent or negative.
No. I'm talking about,
you know,
I'm talking about the same situation you manifest. If she came home, yo, this guy, you meet a guy that's 35 years older than her. Would you be at peace with?
Yeah, man. I mean, the questions would come, and it'd be like, you know, I would have to know that, you know, there was something that even if she tell me, you know what, Dad, listen, man, I'm just with this dude for a couple of dollars, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I gotta go to school, and he got this, he's offering me this. I would once again be like, you know, I don't think that's good, but it's still your life. I mean, once you over 19 or 21 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's your life. You make your choices.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be a babysitter to you. I'm gonna offer you heartfelt advice. Right. And I'm gonna use my own life as an example of, hey man, look, you know, this is what happens. This is why that won't work or not. You know what I'm saying? It's still your life though.
I'm glad that I love. I know all these women, all these sisters, all these females ain't bitches. I know all these women, all these sisters, all these females ain't bitches. I know all these women, all these sisters, all these females ain't bitches. I know all these women, all these sisters. I'm glad that I love.
I'm just hoping I don't run into your daughter's screen, because I don't want any problems with you, bro. And you know, she that right age. She that right age. I'm just fucking.
Nah. Yeah. My daughter lives mathematically hard, so she you know, and
so that's right.
And she doesn't want to disappoint me or her moms in any shape or fashion. You know what I mean? So my daughter won't even let me meet a guy or let her mother meet a guy that she's dealing with if she don't think he's right and exact.
Got you.
Yeah. So I mean, but they out there. Like, you got a lot of young girls that's with that. And like I said, I don't force my way of life on nobody. You know what I mean? It's just I just be trying to get a clearer understanding of somebody that's involved with with that way of life. You know what I mean? And just to get an understanding you know, how you see it, you know,
Yeah.
and that's, you know, I get it. We get it.
Man, if we had more money, we'd be playing, you know what I'm saying, little R. Kelly downloads some shit, you know what I'm saying, while you walking, you know what I'm saying, while you leaving out the conversation on that, or we don't have the money to buy them rights. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, some of those girls, they cried. They really tried to protect R. Kelly. They didn't look at him as a bad dude at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And they were
that's
of
all.
age.
Like I don't think he should be in prison for the girls that were of age. The shit he did to that 14-year-old girl, you know, he probably should have, you know, should have died behind that shit. Like, you pissing on your little girl and all this. Like, you know, that shit was unacceptable. You know, even if the little girl was with it, he was supposed to say, nah, you go home to your family, and you know, don't, you know, he was supposed to lead her in the right direction. You know?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true. That, to me, that is true. That is a point. That's an actual fact right there. I do agree with that.
But the other girls were of age, so I don't think he should be in prison for them girls.
But you
I
know,
honestly don't think he you know, I think he was a scapegoat.
yeah, they were like they were free. It seems like those girls were like freak offs too, though. You know what I'm saying? They were interested in that whole sexual perversive world that R. Kelly was introducing them to. You know what I'm saying? That was their learning. Their learning for the moment. It wasn't like mathematics. It was physical. You know? It was Lucifer introducing Eve to the snake. You know what I'm saying?
You just using that metamorphosis.
Yeah. Cause you know they said it was that's my take on it. Cause you know that's to me the snake that Eve encountered was Lucifer, who was one of the most handsome angels there was, and he gave her the snake. You know what I'm saying? He gave her the snake. So anyhow, that's just my take on it. That's a whole different direction.
Yeah. We gonna get on you another time for that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man, let the people
Alright,
be, man. Old men and young women, it's not a bad thing, man. It makes the world a better place. Old men get to live longer, got that fountain of youth, you know what I'm saying? That fountain of youth right there. Old man, be happy, man. Alright, there's no pissing, man. No pissing on people. No pissing on people. You know what I'm saying? No, none of that weird shit. None of that weird shit. I mean, spoil the young girls.
Nah, bro. 150 you spending there. You know what I'm saying? You doing too much.
I got you.
Say?
That's right. But you know, that's what this conversation is about, man. Because you know, the spectrum is wide. Like, you know what I'm saying? Spectrum is wide.
Yeah.
You know, everybody live their life and achieve and then the most random thing happens. You know what I'm saying? And it could be an older man, it could be a younger woman, but to me, man, it wasn't that serious. It was just a fling.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I feel bad for, like, you know, the older women too, man. My heart goes out to them, you know. I think older ladies are much more prone to some real serious heartbreak. I think you gotta know what you're doing with an older lady, because that's, like I said, that's already damaged. You gonna either damage that more or.
Say, alright, girls.
All right, brothers. Well, you know, that's a take on it.
Yes, sir.
Yo, but Supreme, man, I would love to hear some of your new music, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely.
I know you guys been working on stuff, you know?
Yeah, God, indeed. You still doing videos and stuff, right?
Well, at the moment, technologically, I'm handicapped, but yeah, in a couple of months, I've been inspired again by my brother Iz, you know?
Oh, okay.
I think that's something that I've always done, so it's gonna be something I always do.
Right as that. Okay. That's peace.
Yeah, my brothers, well, you know, huh?
I said, we definitely gonna get together, man, and build, man. Well, one day I gotta come with Iz, and we all hook up, man.
Yeah, man. And I have to say this, bro, because I do understand, and I really respect and appreciate my brothers living on a living life on a higher aspiration for family, for future, and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
right.
and I'm part of that also, but at the same time, I'm not that, I have to say that I'm not that emotionally attached to stuff like age differences and stuff like that. I think like a lot of that is, passing along the way, you know, animalistic, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm a half man and a half animal. I'm a half man and a half a beast, if it makes sense to you, you know what I mean?
Oh.
In a world of noise, we choose clarity.
Go to the oppressed. Go to the downtrodden. Go to the exploited. Go to the people who don't know who they are, who are lost in knowledge of themselves, and who are strangers in a land that is not theirs. Go to those people. Go to the slaves. Go to the second-class citizens. Go to the ones who are suffering the brunt of Caesar's brutality. And if Jesus were here in America today, he wouldn't be going to the white man. The white man is the oppressor. He would be going to the oppressed. He would be going to the humble. He would be going to the lowly. He would be going to the rejected and the despised. He would be going to the so-called American Negro.
Basically, we're poor righteous teachers. And we strive to civilize people that don't have no knowledge of themselves. If a person is living a life of wickedness or doing evil,
In a world
it's
of
our duty
noise,
to civilize people as
we
fathers
choose
to
clarity.
strive to educate them, to put them on the proper path.
In a world of noise, we
Sin,
choose.
bondage, come on, getting kicked around in life and taken advantage of, to another place, a good place, a land that flows with milk and honey. How many of y'all think that sounds like a better deal? I'll take milk and honey over bondage and beatings any day of the week.